Hi, my name is Chris, and today I want to talk about the iPhone whilst filmmaking using an external microphone and simultaneously also being able to monitor yourself. This is something that has been bugging me for quite some time now. Whenever I want to use the iPhone for filmmaking, but also use an external microphone, I can't really monitor the audio whilst I am also recording, or even before I start recording, to listen in how the external microphone sounds like. The second thing is that once you are using an external microphone, you also most likely lose the ability to listen back to whatever you have recorded once you are finished recording, and you actually have to unplug the whole setup to be able to listen back to what you just recorded. Additionally, if you want to check your audio with a headphone set, you actually have to unplug the microphone and then plug in the headphone set and then start listening to what you just recorded. And that's obviously not really a way you want to work. Now, Apple for quite some time had the slogan for the iPhone called "There's an app for that." Well, I guess nowadays that should probably be renamed to "There's a dongle for that," because that's exactly this. I've uploaded multiple videos on the topic of iPhone filmmaking, one of which is also about one of those adapters, which was specifically talking about how you can use your charger and at the same time also record with your external microphone so you have professional sound quality whilst also being able to record for a really long time without having to worry about the battery dying. Now, today I want to specifically talk about this adapter that I just mentioned, which gives you the ability to have a microphone and a headphone set connected at the same time. To get this working, we first of all want to just have the phone set up somewhere so that we have it fixed in one location. On the screen of the iPhone, I have VideoMic Pro running, which is basically just a very professional filmmaking app for the iPhone, which has all kinds of settings regarding log profile, as well as zoom, focus, manually changing all those settings around, and also having available settings for pretty much all of the things that you want to change, like where does the audio come from, frame rate, resolution, and all those things. However, the most important part and the reason why I selected it here is that it actually shows the metering for the external microphone, or any microphone for that matter. Now, right now, if we look into the settings here and the audio, you can see that it uses the iPhone mic at the bottom, which basically is this right here, where the charging port is. And you can see this very clearly when I touch it right at that spot. But now we want to use all of this with an external microphone. Now, the first thing you will need is an adapter from Lightning to the audio jack. And this is the official Apple adapter that you get normally whenever you want to use any kind of set of headphones or microphone with this. Now, this one here is a TRRS connection. The difference between TRS and TRRS is basically that one has 2 golden rings and the other one has 3 golden rings. That way you can differentiate which kind of connection you are working with. Now, this here takes a TRRS connection, which is generally coded by this gray kind of tone, and TRS cables are mostly black. However, this is also not really across the board. Sometimes both of those are black. However, checking for the rings and counting how many there are, you will be able to figure out which one is which. Now, the reason why TRRS cables exist is that they can send multiple signals. So they have a stereo signal for left and right ear, and they also have an input for a microphone. Again, left and right channel. So that's really useful for us here, because that way this one connection can do all of those things. And you usually notice that whenever you do make a call, because with a TRRS connection, you can actually have a set of headphones which also have a built-in microphone, and then you can have the functionality to be able to call someone and also have a microphone and headphone set working. Now, again, this here is a TRRS connection. So as soon as we plug in some cable that is also a TRRS here, we have this at the other end. And now we can actually plug in a microphone, like, for example, the Rode VideoMicro right here. And now, once we have all this set up, what we will notice is that when I scratch at the front here, we will actually get the audio from this microphone. And to make this as a comparison, before I had to touch the iPhone here, and that was really showing the signal having a huge spike, but now that's no longer the case. And also showing the audio settings of the VideoMic Pro app, you can see that now the headset microphone is selected. And that's basically the Lightning port right here. Now, having this set up is great. However, as you can see, we don't really have a way to monitor ourselves. And that is really apparent whenever we want to listen back to what we just recorded, or if you are shooting someone else and you want to check at the same time monitoring the audio, you can't really do that right now. You may be able to do this with some Bluetooth headphones. However, it's more reliable to be on a cable connection. And that's actually what I want to talk about here. And basically what we have to do there is we have to disconnect this part right here, and then we bring another cable into the mix. And as you can see, this cable has basically 3 ends to it. It has one that shows a microphone, one that shows a headphone set, and then the TRRS connector. Now, plugging this cable into this Lightning adapter right here, we now have one end that is for headphones and one end that is for microphones. However, both of these ends are actually TRRS connections. So if I plug in my microphone with a TRRS cable right here and plug that into the port that shows the microphone, plug that in. Now you can see that the iPhone mic bottom is still selected and this microphone actually is not connected. So if I test this with just being silent and scratching the mic or tapping on it, and on the bottom right here, and there you can see that this does not work at the moment. So we have to unplug this because this is a TRRS cable, this is a TRS port, and we actually have to switch this out to be a TRS to TRS cable. So just plugging that right in there. Again, the microphone port right there. And now you can see on the screen that the iPhone automatically detected a microphone on the headset port. And now if we tap here, you can see that the amplitude is really, really high and the microphone is recorded very, very loudly. Now with the additional port that we have here, we can actually plug in the headset that I have right here. And with that, I'm able to listen to this microphone right here, even whilst this is live recording. I can also use this to listen back to a recording that I have done on the VideoMic Pro app or any other video making app. And with this setup, I now can listen back to whatever I have recorded. And also whilst I am recording, I can listen back to what is being recorded. And I don't have to unplug anything from the phone to be able to do those things. Now, there are a couple things to keep in mind with this adapter, and one of those things I already mentioned. This here is actually a TRS connection, and usually whenever you use a microphone with a phone, you need one that has a TRRS connection. Now, depending on the microphone that you have, you might have to get another connector cable, or you can use the connector cable that came with the microphone. In this case, for example, with the Rode VideoMicro, it usually comes with a TRS to TRS connector cable, so it's not usable for smartphones. So it would automatically work with this adapter. However, it does not usually work when you plug it straight into the Lightning adapter right here. Now you can get a TRS cable to TRRS cable, and then you can use the Rode VideoMicro. Other microphones, for example, the Deity VideoMic D3 Pro, has a smart cable and a little bit of logic inside of here. And the same thing is true for the Rode VideoMic NTG, which I have right out of frame here. And those microphones actually can figure out which type of connection this is. So with this type of smart microphone, it doesn't really matter whether you use it directly into this port or if you use it into the TRS port right here. It can figure out its way around that and just provide the right signal. Another microphone that I've tested is the Boom XD2, and there it is handled in an interesting way as well. They just provide all kinds of different cables. So this black on black cable is a TRS to TRS cable, and you guessed it, this one I can straight away plug into the extension cord splitter right here. However, the Comica microphone also comes with a TRS to TRRS connection. So then we can unplug the receiver right there, and then we can use the TRRS connection whenever we don't want to use the splitter cable to be able to monitor at the same time. And last but certainly not least, the Rode Wireless Go. actually comes with a TRRS to TRS cable as well as a TRS to TRRS cable. And that way you can set it up in any of those configurations with a Lightning to TRRS connector, as well as with the extension cord to split between and have audio on your headphones and the microphone coming into the camera. Now, having talked about all of these different setups, I hope it was pretty clear. With this adapter, which has a TRRS connection on this side, which has 4 golden rings, you get 2 sides on the other side, one of which is a headphone jack and the other is a microphone jack. Both of them are TRS connections, so they're not the smart cables with 4 golden parts, but instead they are using the 3 golden parts. Depending on the microphone you are using, you might have to get an adapter or use the correct microphone cable. For this here, it's the TRS connection, and if you want to plug it straight into here, it's the TRRS connection. Now, I hope this was a clear explanation of how you can monitor your audio whilst using an external microphone and filmmaking with the iPhone. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to leave those in the comment section down below. I will also have links to the various products mentioned in this video in the description down below. Usually those are affiliate links to Amazon, and I earn a small commission, but it doesn't change your price whatsoever. However, it does help me make more videos like this and test products like this adapter here. Now, another thing to note is that sometimes I can't really link to the specific product because those products usually change very, very rapidly and also in different countries. So that's why I try to provide the most accurate search that I can come up with. And that way you get a link that is hopefully helpful for you, but still you have to really look if this is the right cable for you. This is also due to the fact that the Amazon shops are different in different countries, and linking to one specific product which is internationally available is often not really possible, specifically with small products like this adapter here. Now, wrapping up, please like the video if it was helpful for you so that other people can find this kind of content as well, and it helps out tremendously with the algorithm. Also, subscribe to this channel for more videos like this and on other topics, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao!